Hello. We are on day 11. Yeah, 11. And my office is still a mess. It's a better mess, but it's still a mess. And I think I mentioned yesterday that, there's some days that you seem to make a lot of progress, and then some days you spend so much time sorting things and processing that you don't feel that you've made much progress, but you just can't see it. So that's where I am today. And today was one of those, I just wanted to stay curled up in a fetal position in the bed all day. So I did spend a great deal of time on the recliner. I even managed to get a nap in this afternoon, which was a blessing. But I have been working from the bed today on puzzles. So these are like word search type puzzles, but let me get one that's been done. All right, so like here's one. So this one, the word's cat, and you try to find it however many times. So it's in this puzzle 40 times. So I've got a whole bunch of those puzzles that I sell on Amazon, on KDP. And then I have word search, the puzzles, and these are my answer keys. And before I publish anything, I always go through and check them. Make sure that they are where they're supposed to be and that they all work right. And those will go on KDP. These were actually from Halloween, that never got published because there was a problem with the layout on some of them. So they were the next thing on my stack. I could have pushed them down thinking Halloween's still a long way away, but I went ahead and went through and got them done. So those will get processed for when I get to the stack of things to get published. So that's neat. I'll be ahead of the game on that one. And then I made some bookmarks, and I always print everything out just to make sure how it's going to print. So that takes a lot of time, and there's a lot of paperwork. So these are cute. So these will be printed. I'll have them listed in the Etsy store. So they'll go up. But this is some of the stuff I do as part of my publishing. And I create these for other content creators and sell them under my store. And so that stack took a couple hours today, but we're moving along. Got a new air purifier, which is neat. I got a couple of them for review, and I will say that they do pull a lot of dust out of the air. You open it up and there's this huge filter in it, so it's pretty neat. But otherwise, today was a little slower paced. Did work on some taxes for a little bit with some papers. But other than that, it was a quiet day, and we will keep going. So hopefully you had a productive day today. Thank you for the messages that people sent me, and I appreciate it. I know everybody's dealing with something. And so I find it very hard to say, poor me, because I don't feel that way. I'm really hesitant to say, even when I don't feel well, because so many of the people, even that I know and that I'm around every day, really do have it much worse than I do. Even some of my own crew, some of my kids are dealing with a lot of things from, diabetes. One of them has MS. They have their challenges too. And it's encouraging to see them not only try to encourage me, but also encourage each other. So hopefully one day this'll all be over. And I'm talking about my office right now, not life. I'm not ready for life to be over. But it would be nice if my immune disorder would go away. There's no cure even on the horizon. So I don't think that's going to happen. But I am glad that it's pretty rare. It's like 1 in 10,000. I mean, there's like 10,000 cases in the U.S. So it is not something that, of course, anybody's putting any money in really to solve. There are some foundations that are working on it. I'm going to be, right now I have to go to the Cleveland Clinic, which is 5 hours, to be monitored. And I do have a local pulmonologist who cares for me if something comes up in between my visits. But University of Cincinnati has just reopened the sarcoidosis clinic. And so starting in July, I will be there instead of going to Cleveland. That will be nice. We're talking, 30-minute, 45-minute drive rather than 5 hours. And so that is something that I can manage a whole lot easier. So, but going forward, we will keep plugging away on the office, and hopefully tomorrow we will make some more progress, although tomorrow is Sunday, so I know that my time in here will be limited because it's normally spent with family, but I'm hoping that I can drag some of my crew up here tomorrow and at least get them to take some of the stuff that has been pulled out of the closet, like my cameras. I'm probably not going to use my, really nice cameras anymore because my cell phone, my Samsung takes amazing pictures, and it's so much easier just to whip it out. And I've got a gimbal and a couple of other things that really make it easier to take pictures, remote, control for shutter and things. So I'm trying to see if one of the grandkids would like to get into photography and, see if they want to learn to play on my cameras. Now they're older, they're not the latest and greatest, but somebody that's not worried about, when I bought them, I was terrified of getting caught in the rain because there goes your camera, right? But now, if they can play with them and do things with them, even if they drop them, it's not going to matter. It's not going to hurt anything, and they're not out anything. So we'll see. I will find somebody that's interested in learning photography to bless the cameras with. I think I've got 3 that are back when they were bought, expensive professional cameras with the extra lenses and all that stuff. But nowadays, not so much. Not worth trying to sell. So I will just find somebody that's interested in photography and say, here, have fun, right? Show me what pictures you take. And I'll continue to use my phone, especially with any traveling that we do. But anyway, I will close for today. And I hope that you had a productive day. And thanks again for checking in on me, because I know my post was late. And they had several people reach out to see that I was still moving on. But I do appreciate it. And I appreciate all the comments and shares. And we will talk tomorrow.